We know you love us, but the information on our podcast is provided for educational and entertainment purposes only. I understand I'm both an LPC and an LMFT. However, this is not intended as a substitute for professional services of any kind. If you or anyone you know needs professional help, please seek mental health services. It's Emma.
Hey, it's Zorric.
Host of the Dade podcast.
Yeah.
We have a very exciting and fun-filled show today.
Fun-filled show.
Fun-filled.
That's
hard, man. My Spanish just came out.
That's what she said.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. What's happening today?
We're going to be talking about, sometimes when you start dating someone and you start getting a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
You start getting a little too comfortable. Because, which was funny because it was mentioned to me today and I was like, perfect timing. A friend of mine was like, yeah, I've gained so much weight now that I'm in a relationship.
Oh, yeah?
Is that something that has happened to you?
That has never happened to me. I'm like Jason Momoa.
Oh my gosh.
In my mind, but not in my body. But I have been known to gain a little bit of weight here and there, fluctuate up and down. So
I did. So we'll be talking about those.
We'll talk about it.
Yep.
What else are we gonna do?
We're gonna talk about Zorric's birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday.
And how I made it so special for him.
You did. It was really cool. Yeah.
Even though some people doubted me.
I didn't.
No, not you.
Oh.
It wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
Some people doubted my idea. Some
How
people
dare
said
they?
It wouldn't happen. And you guys are gonna find out what people doubted.
Well, it was great.
It was.
Mm-hmm. What else? Anything else going on?
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about presents that you have.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can find us, everyone, if this is the first time for you to tune in. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. I gotta swallow. Hint. So you can subscribe, or please subscribe if you like what you hear.
Yes.
And leave us a review if you like. And if you have any questions or topics you want us to talk about, you can send us an email at hello@deadpodcast.com.
Yep.
We're also on Instagram, Twitter, everything, Facebook. Find us on @DatePodcast. And we welcome anything you guys post. So that's that.
Cool.
And now for the fun stuff.
Okay.
What, ready for the fun stuff?
Here it goes. Zorric, I think you're going to like this one.
What is it?
Okay. So, the Miss Universe pageant was this past Sunday.
Oh.
Who won, Zorric?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. We were busy. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who won?
It's, I'm surprised you don't know. Miss Philippines.
I don't
Miss
know.
Philippines is Miss Universe 2018.
Oh, okay. Good
her
for
name
her.
is Catriona Gray.
Okay.
Yeah, so her dress is really, one of their dresses that she wore is really pretty. So basically, the dress was, based on this volcano. And it looks like lava. It's really pretty. So.
Guys, I just looked her up. Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Yes, you did.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
I also just went through all of the Miss Universe evening dresses, and I was just like, oh my gosh, everyone's so beautiful. I was like, they're so beautiful. So
yeah,
they're just so beautiful.
Well, congrats to her.
Yeah, congrats to her. And I have fun facts about her.
I want to hear them.
Okay, so she's half Scottish and half Filipino.
What else?
She attends college in the U.S.
Okay.
So you can go hang out in Boston, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Okay. She has a signature runway move, which apparently is called the slow-mo twirl.
Oh, is it like Twirl from The Housewives? Remember Twirl?
Oh my gosh, Gone with the Wind, fabulous, the worst housewife ever.
Oh my gosh, she was so much drama. I could not stop watching that one.
I couldn't either. Like,
it's so good. Right?
she is my least favorite. Like,
oh my
she
gosh.
is.
Did you like her or Phaedra? Who did you like the best?
Oh my gosh, Phaedra and Nene, duh.
Oh, you like Nene? Nene was a little controlling.
Nene.
She thought like she was the shit.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why that's why we would get along. Well, no, we would not get along. That's why we get along in my fantasy world.
Yeah,
We both like to be in control of everything.
She's great. She like put you in your place. I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
I like all of them. I like
okay.
Nene. Yeah.
Nene's cool.
What else?
She is dedicated to ending poverty in the Philippines, which I think is really
That's a
awesome.
nice that's a nice thing to aspire to.
Yeah, she has her own project called Paraíso, the Bright Beginnings Project.
We need to look that up.
We should, so that you can like edge your way towards her.
Edge.
I'm going make 2019. I'm gonna make that your birthday gift.
Is that gonna happen?
I mean, it's 2019. I'm gonna put it in the universe. I put your other thing in the universe, though.
You put my thing in the universe.
Gross.
You sexual devil.
I put what I wanted. I put my hope of what I wanted your birthday to be in the universe.
And did it happen?
Heck yeah.
Was it specific? Was
Hold
it
on,
like,
one more.
Oh.
And she's an avid traveler, so she likes to travel
around
the world. And she has a blog called Cattell.
We should look up that blog.
Oh no! But apparently she has a German Filipino boyfriend.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Boo.
I know. I can make him disappear.
You just crushed my dreams.
I'm joking. Please don't take me serious.
You just crushed my dreams.
Oh my gosh! I'll make up for it somehow.
Well, that was great.
I'm trying to find you someone. Apparently, someone's left on Instagram that I need to work harder at.
Is there one person in the world? Is there one female left in the world?
There's just one left in the world, and you're gonna get her, and I'm gonna make sure.
Get them all you can. Hot cakes.
So that's what I have for y'all today. Yeah.
Do they still have the swimsuit competition?
I think that they do.
I thought they were removing that because
there's two. Remember, it's the Miss Universe and Miss. Oh no, I'm thinking about Miss America and Miss USA. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
It's been a long time since I watched it.
I am watching at the moment. I was watching it before, and I didn't want to come over and record because I was watching this show, and it got really good. I had to leave. Dumplin'. It's on Netflix.
Oh, you're the second person that's talked about that.
So it just got really good, and I was like, no, I have to go record. I was like, why? Why did I start this show?
Is it really that good?
This movie, yeah. And it's all Dolly Parton, and I love me some Dolly Parton. Like, I just love her. And Jennifer Aniston, and I love her too. Oh, Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Can you take me to Dolly World?
Dolly World. Bollywood?
Dolly World?
Where's that at? Like Nashville or something?
Nashville, sure.
Okay. Yeah, we can go there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mary and Phil have to come with us too.
I'm sure they like Dolly Parton.
Mary's like obsessed with her.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And just real quick, so Miss South America, Tamarin Green, was first runner-up, and then Miss Venezuela, Stephanie Gutierrez, was the second runner-up.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you guys just go look at her dress, it's so pretty. And she is just so pretty. She's just like really pretty.
Yeah, she said she's half Filipino and half German.
Half Scottish.
Scottish. Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't look, well, she looks more American than anything.
I thought she looked Filipino.
I'm looking here.
But Filipinos also look like, like you guys have
Spanish.
like Hispanic.
Yeah. It's like a mix.
It is like a mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's hot though.
Yeah.
Like,
she's really
hot.
pretty.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like obsessed with her dress. Like, have you seen the side of her dress? Like, it cuts to the back, Zorric, and like her leg is like coming out of it. Like, look at that slit.
Oh my gosh.
It's so amazing.
I'll
let you stare at that picture the rest of the podcast.
I'm like breaking my neck here. I'm trying to look at the picture and talk at the same time. Yeah, that's a great picture.
Yep. Okay, let's move on.
Move on. Okay, so that's what's happening in the world.
That is what's happening in the world. So last week, a few weeks ago, I we were originally going to record on Zorric's birthday.
Yes.
And it was going to be his improv group. And Zorric and I are very similar in a lot of ways. We both hate surprises. And
go ahead.
We both hate surprises, but I like surprising people. I love birthdays. Like, I hate getting older on my birthday. Like, it's like a very depressing moment for me. Except that I love the attention and I love the presents. And I'm always like, it's my birthday. And so, like, I want to feel loved and special. And so a lot of times, like, that's what I do with people. I want them to feel loved and special on their birthday too. So that's why for me, like, birthdays are a big deal. And so I was like, I want to surprise prank Zorric on his birthday. And so I had messaged his improv friends and I was like, hey guys, I messaged the 2 guys and I was like, hey guys.
Steven and Carl.
And I was like, are y'all down to help me, like, prank Zorric? And they're like, yes. Like, no hesitation whatsoever.
Of course.
And I was like, I'll plan everything. Y'all just, like, tell me if this is a good idea or bad. Like, I'm just, like, help me coordinate. I have to sneeze and it's not coming out.
Let it go.
It's not. Anyway, sorry.
Just sneeze to the right.
No, it's gone. It's
okay.
Man, allergy season. And so they agreed. And so I was gonna, like, we had a few ideas and they didn't work. And then finally, one of the things that I saw was this email for a movie screening, and it was a Welcome to Marwin movie screening, and then it said something to the like of, and then, meet Steve Carell and the director. And I was like, hey, Zorric, do you want to do this? With, like, half thinking, like, maybe this won't work out, so maybe we can still prank him. So, like, not knowing what I'm going to do. And I'm not a fan of ambiguity. Like, I need my plans to be set. And so this was giving me a little bit of anxiety. Because I didn't know which way it was going to go. And then part of me was like, does Zorric want to record? Does he not? Anyway, so basically, just to say that we got tickets to an advanced screening to see Welcome to Marwin.
Yeah.
And when we got there, we had to I did the waiting. Let's be honest. I did the waiting.
Early.
I did.
Like,
yeah.
Guys, like, when I got there, Emma was probably like 7 people down or 8 people down.
Yep.
Like, almost at the front of the line.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, honestly, I didn't know what to expect because, some of those screenings, you have to wait for a long freaking time.
Yep.
But yeah, good seats too.
So, so some of our friends didn't go because I guess they didn't think that Steve Carell was going to show up, because that was the other thing was, like, Steve Carell's going to go. So they didn't go.
Or they didn't want to wait in line too.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't want to wait in line. And I'm like, I will wait in thousands of lines to meet Steve Carell. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
This man is a freaking genius. I mean, he's beautiful. Yeah,
I love The Office, but, we're into improv. So his improv YouTube videos are amazing. And so that's why Steven came along, and that's why he wanted to watch it.
Yes.
So he was great.
Yes. Yeah. And so people doubted it, and I was like, no, I said, I put it on the universe that I'm like, we're going to be in the same room. We're going to breathe the same air as Steve Carell. It's like, it's going to happen, and it will happen. I was like, I have said it. I put it out there. Make it happen, universe.
Yeah.
And so when they almost didn't let Zorric and me in because of, like, how they were trying to figure out seats for everyone.
Yeah.
And so my sister and Steven and her best friend are already inside. My sister's freaking out. She's like, Emma's not going to get in. Like, what do I do? And so she's calling me. She's blowing up my phone, stressing out. And as we're waiting, I'm like, hey, guys, I just want to know, like, is Steve Carell going to actually be here in person? And they said yes. As soon as they said yes, like, we went inside and we got our seats.
We did. We got the last 2 seats in the front row.
Yes.
Closest to Steve Carell, which is really amazing. Like 6 feet away or something
so
like
we
that.
had the nosebleed seats. And for the first time, I felt like they paid off.
Nosebleed as in front row.
Yeah.
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 So that was a great seat. I can't. I don't know what would happen if we didn't get through. Maybe we would sit in the very top.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because there were a lot of seats that said, I remember seeing VIP like written on those seats. I was telling Steven, like, hey man, we probably just might not have made it, you know? So, and I wonder, because behind us there was, like, I don't know, like another few hundred people in line. So,
and what's funny is that some of my friends that I worked with in Fort Worth that are Kaylee's coworkers were there too, because they talked about, so like what I loved about the discussion panel when Steve Carell came out and the director is that like this man, right? He created this town. He used to be he used to draw. He used to be a sketch artist, and then he got into like people like, I don't know how you would describe it.
Wait, spoiler alert, guys! If you haven't seen this movie, just like tune out for like 20 minutes.
Okay, basically, let me just say that he builds this town made of dolls. Like, this is what's known, so I'm not going to spoil anything. So he makes these towns made of dolls and takes photographs because he can no longer use like his fine motor skills because of what happened. And so like through this art, like he is able to like pass his trauma. And so I love that they brought art therapy, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They know about art therapy, because this is something that like I'm really passionate about. I'm not an art therapist. Do not say I'm an art therapist. I am not an art therapist. I just have friends that are. I use a lot of art directives, and so a lot of times like it's so much easier to be in a session with someone and like allow them to be vulnerable through their art than it is through their words. And I think that was like a beautiful message that was shown in this movie.
Yeah. So did you like the movie?
Yes. I thought I was gonna cry more.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And then so I cried once in the movie, and then when Steve Carell came out, like I got really anxious because I was like so excited, and I like looked over at Zorric and I was like, oh my gosh, we're in the same room as Steve Carell. And Zorric's like being his little like lame flat affect self, like
thanks.
Yeah. And I was just like, you're not as excited about this as I am.
I mean, it was, so the movie was okay. It could have been better.
Okay.
I feel like the love story could have been stronger. But to me, the highlight of it was meeting Steve Carell. Like I didn't even care about the movie. Like Steve Carell is like one of our we look up to him in improv. So that was great seeing him.
I just look up to him as a human being, and I like got home that day and my mom was still awake, and I was like, Mom, guess who we just met? And she's like, who? And I showed him, and she was like, wait, isn't that Michael from The Office? Because that's how she knows him. And I was like, yes, Mom, we met Michael from The Office. His name is Steve Carell. And she's like, how did you do that? And I was like, magic, Mom.
Magic. Yeah. And it was magic. I feel like every time he opened his mouth too, it was golden.
Yeah.
The crowd was just cracking up. Kudos to the producer. The producer did make Back to the Future and Forrest Gump. But man, whenever Steve Carell spoke, it was like a comedy show. It was so good. Yeah. And so what I told our friend Steven, I was like, man, I wish
Robert Zemeckis is the director.
Yeah, Robert Zemeckis. And he's fucking big time. This guy is no joke. But I didn't know that. Well, I think we did see in the email that he was going to be there.
Yes.
But also, so there was somebody from the Dallas Morning News, and he was like the moderator asking Robert Zemeckis and Steve Carell questions.
My sister got mad because whenever he asked one of the questions, he started answering it himself. And like on the way like back to the house, she's like, if you're gonna ask a question, don't answer it for them. She's like, let them speak.
Yeah. You know what remember what I texted you?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, this interviewer, I mean, you're talking too much. We want to hear Steve Carell, not you. Okay. Like, I'm here for Steve Carell. I want to hear, and I want to like listen to every single word and see you smile and facial expression and all that. But no, it was like 50% of the moderator.
I mean, he did What Lies Beneath, Forrest Gump, Castaway, The Polar Express, like Back to the Future.
Yeah, he did a lot
franchise,
of really good movies.
Like Romancing the Stone, which is like so funny because that's like one of my favorite like 80s movie.
Yeah.
It's so cheesy and I love it.
I've never seen that one.
What? You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, so that was really exciting. Happy birthday, Zorric.
Oh yeah, thank you. That was a nice surprise, and it was a free screening, but probably the most memorable birthday I've ever had.
And you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you
for allowing me to give you that experience.
That was great. Yeah, it is
a present. It was I gave to you.
It was a great night. A lot of good stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else happened?
You got a book.
I got a book.
You got a book.
What was the name of it? Like something about fart.
Oh yeah, like the history of farting or something. And
Yeah.
I gave that to him, and I saw it, and I was like, Zorric has to have this.
Do I have to have that? I mean, did I have to have that?
Please don't play farting sounds.
Of course I had to have it. Come on.
All right.
We all love farting
Talk
here.
about your other book.
Okay, so Steven is our really good friend, close friend. I used to perform with him at the Dallas Comedy House. And
He's really cool.
Really
He's
cool guy.
Really tall.
Very tall guy. And so we had a Secret Santa yesterday, and we were exchanging gifts. And he got me this present, and it's a book. It's a book called...
Which I wanted, by the way.
Yeah, it's written by Ben Schwartz and Laura Moses.
Who Ben Schwartz is John Ralphio from Parks and Rec, in case anybody
Oh, he
doesn't
is?
know.
I didn't know that. Oh, there he is.
Don't be suspicious.
So the title is Things You Should Already Know About Dating, You Fucking Idiot. It's so fucking amazing. And it's a great book. So I think what we should do, Emma, is we should just read. These are super short.
Okay.
Read like one of these pages. So there's about 100 tips. Like throughout our podcast, we'll just, read one page. And then you, Emma, tell me what you think about it.
Oh, geez. Am I doing the first one?
Yes, just
Okay.
dissect it. Dissect it, please.
Okay, let me take notes.
Okay, so let me pick a good one here. I might do two because they're so short. Okay, I'll do two.
Okay.
All right, here's the first one. I'll put some music on here.
Oh, my gosh.
This is like a documentary, and
I
we're
hope
giving
they all saw our Insta story as I'm recording you, like, download these sounds.
Yeah, I hope so too. All right, this is called What to Wear Getting There.
Okay.
Tip number 8, dress like yourself. Okay?
Okay.
And so they even have a little conversation that someone would have,
Okay.
that relates to this dress like yourself, okay? And here's a conversation. It's between a guy and a girl, right? So the girl says, "Why are you dressed like James Bond?" Guy says, "All I have is this or 10 pairs of cargo shorts."
Ew.
Girl, rethink your entire life. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I prefer the James Bond suit over the cargo shorts.
Yeah. Okay. But that's hilarious. Okay.
But seriously, no, rethink your life if you have more than if you have any pair
Yeah.
or any cargo shorts. Rethink your life.
For sure. And on a practical level, just don't dress like James Bond or a
No.
cargo shorts. Yeah.
But if I had to pick between one or the other, James Bond suit.
Yeah. Did you like it? That's
yeah.
fun, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Last one. There's like 2 in this little section.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, you have a different sound?
No, it's the same
Oh,
one.
okay.
Remember Jack Handy and Deep Thoughts? Saturday Night Live. And they played like this kind of music and they read like a funny poem.
No.
Okay. Number 9. Don't be late. That's the tip.
Okay.
Don't be late. Okay. Guy's text. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Girl's text. Every minute you're late, I will be on a dating app texting somebody else. Guy's text. Be there in 2. What do you think of that? If that was me, I'd be like, I would step on it. I would step on it, step on it, and I'd be like, I'll be there in like a minute.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But that was this segment called.
Thank you, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. This was a book called.
For giving us a news segment, dude.
Things You Should Already Know About Dating, You Fucking Idiot.
Love it.
Good book. Okay. Did you like that?
I did.
Okay.
I appreciated it a lot.
Appreciate it a lot.
Okay. So let's talk about why we tend, which I even hate saying this, why we tend to get fat according to science.
Oh. Yeah?
I don't know. Working with eating disorders, I'm kind of like, I'm always a little bit like hesitant about saying the F word.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, what is that?
Somebody's eating.
That's gross. Don't ever play that sound again. What's wrong with you?
Okay. So start the article.
What's wrong with you? So, God, that was gross. So I just thought it was like perfect timing that this friend was like, yeah, I feel like I've gained weight, because we were exchanging messages. And he was telling me how happy he is at this moment because he's been in a relationship for a while and they moved in together. And so I was asking him about that. I was like catching up, and he's like, yeah, I've gained so much weight.
Do I know this guy?
No.
Okay.
No. And so I started laughing. And I was like, well, why do you think that is? Like, why do you think that happened? And he's like, because I'm too happy and we're always going out and like, or we're cooking and, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm too comfortable. And I was like, yeah, I was like, but isn't that like what you wanted? Like, isn't that what you've been wanting for a very long time? So anyway, so it was just interesting for him, to like say that. So, and it's not the only time that I've heard that either. I think like we've said earlier, like we tend to get a little too comfortable and start letting go of things.
Yeah. And I think though, part of dating, I think the great part of dating is eating and experiencing things.
True.
And so when you go on dates, I typically go on the dinner dates, not the coffee dates. You'll gain some weight because, you know, you'll eat things that you don't normally eat. Like Emma knows that I eat salads and shit like that, so I can at least stay in shape. But as you progress into like a dating, in that dating phase, maybe you go on 2 or 3 dates a week and you're eating out all the time instead of eating at home, making like a turkey sandwich or something. So I think that's par for the course. So go ahead.
So it starts with researchers from the University of Queensland in Australia followed 6,458 women for 10 years. And so what happened is that that women between the ages of 20 and 30 without children who were married or living in a stable relationship with their partners were, and this is their words, guys, so again, like this is not me, this is their words, were fattened more than the singles. Please stop making those, like, stop playing
eating.
Those noises.
Emma, put your...
Zorric, right, stop. That's gross. No, gross. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, go ahead.
And...
Okay, sure.
Do you want to continue this?
Go ahead. Continue.
Do you want to continue this?
Continue. Okay, you're talking
I'm
about...
going to throw something at you if you do it again.
How dare you? We're just talking here. Okay.
Stop grossing me out.
Okay.
So, they also noted that stable and happy relationships may earned an average of 13 pounds, which was 30% more than singles. And then some couples even like gained like an average of 4 pounds per year.
So does this mean that like, so if you and I were hanging out and we saw a couple and they were a little bit, you know, a little bit bigger, would you just say they're happier?
Sure.
Is that what this thing is saying? Like on average?
Yes.
On average, happier couples have gained more weight, basically.
I don't know if I would go that far, but at least like if we're gonna follow the logic of like being in a comfortable relationship means that you're eating more, which probably means that you're happier, then we're gonna use that logic, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, I'm not gonna say that's like a rule for everyone though.
But you can people watch and say, on top of the positive signs, if there is that, then we can say they're happier.
Yeah. SMU in Dallas also conducted a study where they followed 169 newlywed couples for 4 years, and they kind of reached the same conclusions that both men and women increased in weight.
So it's not just women, it's saying.
Right.
It's like men
it's
too.
Also men,
Dudes
yeah.
do it.
And so it just, the researchers, this is the researchers saying this, that the most satisfying and happy relationships that promote greater weight gain, and that usually, like when there's weight loss, it's because marital problems and divorces are around the corner.
Oh, that's crazy.
So what's so funny is that one of my good friends, like she and I started working out. So then her husband at the time started working out, and then her husband, because it's easier for you guys to lose weight. Like it's just easier because we're women. We have to hold babies in our bodies. our uterus and, our boobs are like, oh, the weight. Our hips are like, we have to have flesh for the baby, which is not, I don't think it's fair at all. At all, I don't think it's fair.
I think it's okay.
He lost a whole bunch of weight and then, like, boom, divorce.
Oh. Wait, he lost a lot of weight, so he was so stressed out not eating.
No, that was the thing, is that it made me so angry, is that, like, we would go, which is it's going to cover it later, is that we would go out to dinner, and I love food and I love sweets. Like, sweets, oh my gosh. Like, I have to hide dessert sometime because
I love sweets too.
I can, like, eat it every day, all day. And I know I shouldn't, but if I was given the chance to do it, which is, I haven't made Christmas cookies on purpose because I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm going to eat all of the cookies.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or give it to somebody. Eat one. It's all about moderation.
It is all about, that's exactly what we would say at when I work with dinosaurs. Everything, all in moderation, even moderation.
Okay.
And so certain things that can, like the subtitle is like, why love makes you fat, is that a lot of cases people adapt to each other's living habits, which are not always the healthiest. And I got to say that's a true one for me. So a lot, like, it's easier for me to, like, I hate working out. And so, like, if I don't have to, like, I won't.
Yeah. I work out all the time, ever since I was probably 14. And I was in a relationship for 7 years, and I was working out all the time. And she didn't adapt to my eating habits.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's kind of opposite to this.
Yeah.
She gained, I don't know, like 40 or 50 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And then one day she was like, I need to get a trainer. And she dropped it all.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it's not always like this.
No.
That's
and
my
so
point.
the other thing too is that a lot of times, like, as women, like, the caloric requirement is different for men and women. And so, and I've done this with you too, whenever, like, we've hung out and we have had dinner, like, you like to order food and you like to sample everything. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. So then I'll, like, keep eating. Please. Oh my gosh. I just threw a pen at him.
That's how I eat. Is this how I eat? I feel like sometimes
I'm grossed out. Can you please stop?
Are you
playing it?
grossed by this?
Yeah, I'm grossed out by it.
Okay, go ahead. Excuse me.
You can finish talking about it now.
Okay. This was an old song we had. Okay. So Emma was saying that dudes, we I don't know what she was saying. No. So women don't lose weight faster than men. For sure.
That's not what I was saying.
Yeah, you were saying that. And then, like, so, yeah. Is that what you were saying?
So basically, the caloric requirement for men is different than it is
it's
for
the
women.
Same thing.
And so a lot of times, like, we want to keep up with men, and we just can't when it comes to that because, again, like, our bodies need the fat in order, like, whenever we decide to have babies, because it's like it's there to protect the baby, and men like don't carry babies, so they don't have to have fat as much as we do, and so it's not fair, and it is what it is. So,
you didn't mention though that, well, in relationships, I don't know if you know this too or have experienced this, but I snack more in relationships, like because I'm watching movies with that person, we're hanging out on the couch, we're eating chips, we're eating chocolate, and so I think it's cuddle food, right? I cuddle with food and my significant other. So,
for sure.
So, and that's what she's saying here, like, when you spend more time with somebody, you just snack more.
And this is, like, not even, like, taking the kids into consideration. Like, once you have kids, I think it's even more. Because anytime my niece comes over, like, we are constantly snacking. It's so bad. And so it gets to the point where I have to hide the snacks when she's around because I'm like, yes, you can have one snack, and then, like, we need to wait and have a meal.
Yeah, on top of snacks, alcohol.
Yes.
When you're, maybe you're drinking a bottle of wine together every night. That, there's sugar in there. You can gain some weight from that.
That's true. Sorry. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. So also whenever you go from being single, because being single, I'm all about myself. I'm all about working out, looking good, being fit. Your priorities definitely change when you're in a relationship. It's about myself isn't the priority, which it usually is, but it's now there's two people in a relationship. So
Right.
it's like making her happy, she making me happy, doing things together that we both like. And she may not want to work out 4 times a week with me, you know?
Right.
And, something's got to give. So maybe I work out 2 times a week now. And so I'm not as fit. So it just depends. It depends on the relationship too, because I think it's very important whenever I go on dates, I talk about like being fit, I don't say what are your eating habits, but I kind of dance around, are you active, this and that. So I think it's much easier if you can find somebody with the same eating
One
habits.
of my good friends just asked me if I would do a half marathon with her in February, and I told her I'd wait for her at the finish line with a sign. Oh, Shannon.
You've ran a half marathon with me.
What?
We ran a half marathon together.
No, he didn't.
We have pictures. The color run?
It was a 5K.
Oh, 5K.
That was 3.11 miles.
Half marathon is like 12, right? 11 or 12, right?
And that was 26.
I don't know. Echo, how far is a half marathon?
A half marathon is 13.
Okay, I was wrong.
But yeah, that's a long run.
Ugh.
Yuck. I would rather eat.
I will be
I'd rather
eating.
snack.
I'm going to be in my most luxurious coat waiting for her at the finish line with the heater on.
Mm-hmm. On top of snacking and priorities changing, it says here that you slowly slip into a less active lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
Yep.
Because sometimes the dates you go on, like I've taken somebody on like rock climbing dates and physical dates. And then when you're in a relationship, you may not want to do that stuff anymore.
No. Yeah. Which rock climbing is so much fun.
It is fun.
It is fun. Yeah. And then of course, like the less active lifestyle becomes a more passive lifestyle because you're not as active as you once were, just like in general too, because you probably just come home, you're eating dinner at home, you're vegging out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. So the other thing that they mention is that change in lifestyle and eating habits also affects the feeling of relaxation. So the quote is, after courtship, when the relationship is more solid, we feel more secure, confident, supported, and relaxed, so that stress and tension are reduced and the appetite increases.
Yeah.
I think it's also like around the holidays, you just want to eat more though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot about, self-discipline, which is really hard because like you said, during the holidays, you go on like you go to Christmas parties and friends invite you out and there's more events.
Right.
And it's cold, so you don't want to go out and work out either.
No, and I think my mom was going to make tamales and I was like, I want to help you make tamales. And then her best friend makes Mexican tamales, and like Mexican tamales are really hard to make. And I'm like, I want to learn how to make them. So can you teach me how to make them? And so like having these tamaleadas too is like hard work because then you have all these tamales and then like somebody's got to eat them.
Yeah, you or me.
Yeah, I'll bring you a bunch.
Bring me some.
I'll bring you both Salvadorian and Mexican.
I'll take it.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I like want like a dessert right now. Like I
do
want
have
like a chocolate mousse cake or
Oh,
something.
I have blackberry pie.
Ooh, I've never had
You wanna have
blackberry
some of
pie
that?
before.
Yeah? Okay.
Sure.
After this. Okay, so the bottom line here is, let me start with what I got out of this, Emma.
Okay.
Gaining weight is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
And it shows that because it's a cause and effect. You're happier. You're doing things that aren't as active. You're doing Netflix and chill.
Yep.
Like a good Netflix and chill, not a bad one, which they're not. I think they're all good actually. But no, like you're just doing less. You're getting happier. And my point is, it's okay if you gain 10 pounds more.
Yes.
I think it's okay. I don't disapprove. Because I know when I'm in relationships, I'll gain some weight.
Yeah.
But then I'll hit this point where I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like
this is enough for me.
this is enough.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my body's changing, and then I'm sure that like I don't know, my person won't like it either. I don't know.
No, I mean just think about like Steve Carell. Like he's just so beautiful.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's really fit?
Who?
Jeremy Piven. Like
Really?
that dude. We saw him on Friday with somebody.
You saw him on Friday.
I saw him on Friday with somebody, but he talks about dating too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot about dating and how he's single.
It's so funny because I can't see him past Mr. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Mr. Selfridge.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
There was parts of it I didn't like it,
Yeah.
and I just watched it just to get it over with.
Yeah, but it was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
it was good at the beginning.
Yeah, but again, he's fit, but he's probably always traveling and doing his stand-up
Right.
and all that. And
You've had like a really busy birthday week.
oh my gosh, yeah. Jeremy Piven on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I had a date or something. And then on Saturday, what did you say? Oh, we
had my pub crawl.
Your pub crawl. Oh my gosh, there's like a frog in my throat. We had a pub crawl, which that was pretty cool too. Shout out to Kale.
My sister. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. Pub crawl, and then yesterday we had a Secret Santa. So lots
That's cool.
of things going on, which I am exhausted right now.
Yeah, was it my sister or was it Shannon? I can't remember, but they're like, it's just so cool to see like all these different people like come out and hang out, because it was just like so many different like little crowds of people that like I know and that Shannon know, and then like came and hung out together.
So for everyone who doesn't know, Emma throws an ugly annual ugly Christmas sweater pub crawl. And we went to 4 places Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Dots, Anvil Pub, Off the Record, and Harlow, which are great places. And basically, we walk around with these sweaters that have Christmas stuff on. I was going to say shit because mine was like, I bought a cheap sweater from Party City, and it was like falling apart, and it was like the shittiest sweater I ever bought. I should have bought something else, I
mean, it's supposed to be ugly and tacky. And the point of the ugly, tacky sweater is that, like, you're supposed to buy it, and it's supposed to be like you love your sweater so much, but I think it's ugly and tacky, and therefore, like, I want you to win.
Yeah. And so the going back to our article, like, that's what you do. You like, hang out at parties and ugly Christmas sweater events, and, we eat, we drink, we gain some weight.
I've already said, like, if I ever decide to have kids, when that happens, then I'm gonna be like, kids, y'all are gonna go spend the night at grandma's house, and like I'm hosting it at my house if I feel like I can't hang anymore, or if I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be like, I'm still hosting it. I don't care that it's Christmas.
Yeah,
you guys are still gonna party, and I'm still gonna judge all of you.
So what did you get out of the article and your party?
No, out of the article I got that, I mean, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen, and so kind of like you said, like there comes to a point where it's not okay anymore, and so then you kind of figure out like what you need to look into again.
Yeah.
So just know that you're happy in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You're happy.
Yeah. So
just enjoy it for a millisecond.
So does that mean skinny couples are unhappy?
No. Because so I'm just texting this friend right now who also has a 4-year-old daughter that's the same age as my niece. And so they're like the most beautiful, fit couple in the whole wide world. Like, it's like Barbie and Ken. Like, it truly is.
Yeah.
And I love them so much.
And they're unhappy.
They're so fit and they're so happy. And so what's so funny is that she and I would travel a lot before she had kids with school. And so we like to drink her calories, and then her husband likes to like eat his calories. And so of course, they're always working out. And so that was always a lot of fun because I would third wheel with them too. And it'd be like, yay, drinking, eating together. So like they would, and then they'd he would go on a run or something the next day.
See,
I think he does like full marathons.
You just gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you got?
That is what I got.
Yeah, so I have one more point.
Oh my gosh, you can't stop listening to your own voice.
I can't. I say that just preempt that. So you know that you're going to gain some weight. Just beware, it's coming. And that's what she said.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so
So if you guys have any suggestions, comments, topics that you guys want us to discuss, send us an email at hello@datepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Date Podcast.
bye. Bye.